what does a practically pain-free birth look like when it's actually playing out? Obviously, every birth experience is unique and different, but Rachel Weiss gave me permission to share her experience with you so that you can have an idea of what this can look like and how it went for her. So there is a lot of detail in her story. I'm not going to read it all just for the sake of time, but I will give you the highlights. She starts out explaining that she did have a high risk and challenging pregnancy, and that was a bit of a concern for her going into labor. And then she says that the day before she went into labor, she felt a little off and like something was happening, but not really like she was in labor. But the next morning at 5 a.m., she says, I woke up to a contraction so strong I couldn't go back to sleep. I'd been tracking them and it told me it was time to go to the hospital, the app she was using. Unprepared is an understatement considering my first daughter came at 40 weeks plus 4 days, so I thought I had more time. She was only 38 weeks now. So she says she woke up her husband. They headed to the hospital, actually had a little birthday celebration for him on the way because it was his birthday and she wanted him to have that special day. And she says, when we got to the hospital, I was 6 centimeters dilated and 100% effaced. Contractions were totally manageable and had been pain-free up until this point. At 10:30 a.m., my contractions started to ramp up. My water broke and I hit transition. This was the first point in my labor where I felt like I needed some support. So I had my husband do counter pressure and it made the contractions pain-free again until 10:50 when my body started involuntarily pushing and I could feel my daughter rapidly descending. I sent my sister to get the midwife. She confirmed I was 10 centimeters dilated and told me she was ready to catch. The room was so peaceful and supportive. I was able to fully listen to my body and experience the FER, which is fetal ejection reflex, which I can talk about in another video, but that's basically when you let the baby and your body push the baby out rather than you consciously doing it. So one push and her head was out. One more and she was all the way out. She was born at 11:03 a.m. with just 12 minutes of letting my body deliver her. I was able to have my totally unmedicated birth with no IV or any restrictions and no tearing. Crowning was still uncomfortable, but letting my body do the work on its own drastically decreased the ring of fire feeling I had with my first. Okay, so this is a beautiful birth experience where things progressed naturally. She didn't have anything get in the way. She took her time. She waited till her body was really going and in active labor before she headed into the hospital. And when it came time to push, she just relaxed through that and let her body handle it. And she was able to get through most of that labor without any help and support, only once transition hit, which is very common because transition, of course, is the most intense part of labor. And so it's completely understandable that you would need some extra help and support during that time. So I hope this is just inspiring to you to let you see what birth can be like, in contrast to what you see in the movies and the horror stories that we always hear. And that's why I'm doing a series of these birth stories to share from women who have gone through the Practically Pain-Free Birth course and then had practically pain-free births. Also, want to point out that I'm offering a free online birth class. Rachel went through our birth program, started with the free birth class. And if you want to join that to learn the most effective technique to reduce the pain of contractions and a bunch of other really important information, I'm putting a link below that you can click to join my free birth class.